Is your life really hard? It depends on what you're comparing it to. When people say, "My life is so hard," the first question we should ask is, compared to whom? Many of you may have read Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. Frankl survived one of the most notorious Nazi concentration camps, Auschwitz. Almost his entire family perished there. Only he and his sisters survived. Out of that unimaginable suffering, he wrote one of the most influential books of the 20th century. Whenever someone tells me life is unbearably difficult, I often think of Frankl. Most of us have never faced what he endured. But more importantly, Frankl didn't just survive suffering. He discovered meaning within it. He believed that life always has meaning. Every moment of life has meaning. When we can't see it, it's usually not because meaning doesn't exist, but because we haven't yet developed the wisdom to recognize it. And that's what we truly need, not an easier life, but greater wisdom to discover the meaning hidden within our experiences. So what is meaning? Meaning is the value and purpose behind what we do. The moment someone believes their life has no value, they begin to drift into nihilism, the belief that nothing matters. Left unchecked, that emptiness can lead to depression, and in some cases, even the loss of the will to live. Look at some of the Nordic countries. Like Finland, they have excellent healthcare, generous social benefits, and one of the highest standards of living in the world. Yet they still struggle with relatively high suicide rates. Why? Because material comfort alone cannot answer life's deepest question. Why am I here? This is one reason I find the I Ching so profound. Interestingly, the Chinese word yi in I Ching sounds exactly like the word yi in meaning. Although they're different characters, I believe the I Ching can help us discover the meaning of our lives. Right from the beginning, the first two hexagrams teach us two timeless principles. The first is constant self-improvement. Life is a journey of continuous growth. We're meant to keep pursuing higher goals, not become satisfied too quickly, or stop growing after achieving a little success. The second principle is to continually challenge yourself. Only by pushing beyond our comfort zone do we uncover deeper dimensions of who we are. Every challenge reveals new strengths, new possibilities, and ultimately, new meaning. Take Viktor Frankl as an example. Today, there's a Viktor Frankl museum. As you walk in, one of the first things you see is a huge photograph of Frankl climbing a cliff. What's remarkable is that Frankl suffered from a fear of heights. Why would someone with acrophobia choose to climb cliffs? Because he asked himself a powerful question: who is stronger, me or my fear? Eventually, his answer was clear: I am. He overcame his fear by confronting it directly. I believe that's how meaning expands in our own lives as well. Every time we overcome fear, every time we move beyond our limitations, every time we discover abilities we didn't know we had, our lives become richer and more meaningful. But meaning isn't always something we create alone. Sometimes, it comes through the help of others. The American author E.B. White illustrated this beautifully in Charlotte's Web. The story centers on a little pig named Wilbur, who is being raised only to become Christmas ham. His fate seems unavoidable. Then a spider named Charlotte decides to help him. Using her extraordinary gift of spinning webs, she weaves words above Wilbur's pen. Some pig, terrific, radiant, humble. People begin to believe Wilbur is no ordinary pig. He becomes famous, and eventually his life is spared. Later, Charlotte dies. But before she does, she leaves behind 514 eggs. Wilbur protects them until they hatch, repaying the kindness she once gave him. Why do I love this story so much? Because sometimes, we're Wilbur, we all need a Charlotte. Someone who helps weave a web of meaning around our lives. That idea reminds me of the great German sociologist Max Weber, who once observed that human beings are creatures suspended in webs of significance that they themselves have spun. I believe every one of us needs such a web of meaning. Where do those threads come from? Some come from the books we read. Some come from the wisdom passed down through the classics. The I Ching is one of those threads. So are many other timeless works that guide us. Those teachings become the vertical threads of the web. Our own life experiences become the horizontal threads. As they weave together, they create a unique pattern, and within that pattern, we begin to discover the meaning of our own lives. Once you've found your why, everything changes. As Friedrich Nietzsche famously said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow." When you know why you're doing something, hardship no longer feels like suffering. Some people think running is painful, but if running helps you become healthier, stronger, or more disciplined, suddenly the pain has purpose. Think about Haruki Murakami. He's been running for decades. He's also spent years being mentioned as a Nobel Prize contender without ever winning. Does he consider those years wasted? Not at all. While he never received the Nobel Prize in Literature, he gained something he values even more: the love and recognition of millions of readers around the world. To him, that is the deeper meaning, and when you have meaning, hardship becomes much easier to endure. Perhaps the greatest transformation we can experience is not changing our circumstances, but changing the meaning we assign to them. There's a beautiful saying in Buddhism: when you can transform the way you see things, you awaken to a higher reality. In other words, sometimes the greatest breakthrough in life isn't escaping suffering, it's discovering the meaning hidden inside it.